This is my Python project. First, we will go over what these imports are doing. Then, we will go over what these are. Then we'll go over the rest, which should be easily explainable. And then we'll go over the final commands. Everything is easily understandable. If I could do it, anybody can do it. Anybody can make a career in coding. So first off, let's talk about these imports. First import is Pygame. This will let me use the Pygame language in order to insert certain commands that I will get to later. Import random. This is very important. This is what will generate random number generation, RNG for short, inside the game. And then import system, we'll just import the screen system that will pop up later. Here is the pre-made commands or pre-made variables. For example, width and height of the squares. Oh yeah, the game is a square dodging game. As a matter of fact, I'll run it right here to show you. Control B. So it is a, oops, I lost. It is a control little game where your objective is to dodge the red squares for as long as possible. As you can see, it does get harder over time. I will show you why it does that in a minute. And I lost again. So yeah, we have height, red. Here's just the colors that you can set using RBG. Player size, player position, yada yada yada. Here's all the variables. I'm not gonna go over every single one of them for time's sake, but these are required in order to do this. Now, here's the function that will speed up the game as it goes over time, and it's not by time. As you can see, it's actually by not variables. I'm sorry, by integers of the score. So if you get past 20 squares, speed's gonna be 10. Get past 40, speed's gonna be 15. Get past 60, speed's gonna increase. It maxes out at 120, and it maxes out at 40. And then right here, this spawns the enemy and randomizes their placement of dropping them down. This also draws the enemy. It's just regular code, so the computer knows what the enemy is. This updates the enemy position. This is how we get them to move. This is collision check. This is how you lose the game. If you hit a enemy, you will lose the game. This tells the game to just stop. Detect collision. Also, this is how detects the collision. So, this is how it knows when the square hits the other square. This ends it. This lets it know when to end, basically. All this too. This is also included. While not game over, this is how you. This is pretty much running the game. This is also how you control your character with the controls. Left key, right key, player size will move left or right. Screen color background, just fill the background color with yellow as you saw. Let's run it so I can show you. As you can see, background is yellow. The enemy squares are red, and my player is blue. Now, obviously, this is changeable. I can change it to yellow or blue whenever I feel like it. As you can see right here, I can just change. Yeah, this is Pygame, draw a rectangle, blue. So this is the player, so I just need to change this variable to yellow. And hopefully, it should make, oops. What's going on here? So yeah, this is also very common to get errors. Just fix it. It's the best way. So let's see. Yellow is not a variable. As a matter of fact, it's its own variable that I made in here. Yes, I did not make it a pre-variable, which is up here. So own variables get put inside the code themselves, meaning I put yellow here, I didn't make it a pre-variable, so therefore it cannot be just put in as yellow because the computer does not know what that is. So let's just make it the same color as the enemy, since I do have that as a pre-variable. Let's make it red. Boom. So yep, you can change it. And obviously it makes it a little bit hard to maybe, well, it actually does make it a little bit harder to understand which one is your character, maybe, but uh, still, that's pretty much the end of it. This will, this is the frame rate speed, so it's at 30 standard, and then this is the update game display. So this is what makes everything in the game move. And then that should be everything. That's the entire code. Now, how does this, well, implement into my, oops, sorry. How does this implement into my career? I want to be a coder for video games. Obviously, Python isn't really well recommended for coding full out AAA games, which is what I wanted to do in the future. But this is a good start because this is teaching me the basics of what elifs are and ifs and what's nots, and this is pretty standard for basic coding in the future. And this will help me figure out, well, just not be completely lost when obviously I want to pursue a higher education in coding so I can make stuff better. But right now, I'm pretty content with what I've done here. So all in all, this took me about 5 weeks to just learn what everything here does. I know I summarized it in about like 4 minutes to you, but yeah, it's a little more complicated. You just have to figure out what order, how to do things, yada yada. But yeah, the game itself took about 4 days to make. So it's a pretty simple game. So you can see why. So yeah, that's my passion project. Thank you.